All right, yo, what is up? What is up? I'm at a different place right now, so I'm using a different microphone. I don't know how good it's gonna be or whatnot, so just keep that in mind. But this should be a relatively short video. Let's do the batch analysis, baby! Fill in the forward test and all that stuff. And most importantly, let's see if I performed well or not. Okay. As always, I'm going to start with last couple of weeks, see what went well, what went bad. So 2 weeks ago, okay, so I was still getting used to the new E rules, the horizontal diagonal. Yes, I was very patient, good overall execution. That's nice to see. What went bad is that I didn't reduce risk when I was supposed to. Okay, what was that? Doesn't matter. I don't need to know that right now. Anyway, the week after I followed rules, again, getting used to diagonal horizontal, very nice and patient. That's good. I love to see that. And here I almost took a trade that didn't meet E-micro rules, but I actually didn't take it. Okay, yep, I didn't liquidate anything. And I should have taken a trade that I didn't, so let's just see. So this is the 1 minute, this is the horizontal, this is the diagonal. We have a breakout, we have a reaccumulation on the 10 second. Yeah, I should have most definitely taken this one. That was completely valid. Alright, so overall, beautiful weeks. So let's check out what was going on this week. And I have 2 trades here. Oh boy, I'm gonna sneeze. Holy fucking shit. Sheesh, man. Yeah, sorry about that. Might as well edit that shit out. Fuck me. Alright, let's go to Notion. So here we are, starting Monday. No news. I was watching Euro USD, JPN, and UK. Let's just take a look at them. So UK 100, very strong trend on the weekly. Definitely something I would look into. And on the daily, so we had an MB here somewhere, like definitely. And this is by no means an overextended run. No means. This can continue much, much higher. Let's say to like 11, 12k in my opinion, easily. Momentum cycle is intact. We had a bullish day the day before. It has bounced off of the EMAs very strongly. This is definitely something that I would watch. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, JPN 225, similar story, very, very strong trend, right? We had a somewhat of a reaccumulation here, some kind of MB, and from there we broke out again. And here we can see, okay, diagonal, horizontal just broke out. Some little stage 1 over here and broke out again. This looks amazing. Yep, definitely want to follow that. This could easily, like, in this momentum cycle, go to 62k and above. Yep. And lastly, Euro USD. So EU was in a sideways for quite some time, and then it broke out relatively strong. Maybe it would be a smart idea to wait for a weekly close out of this. That would probably be smart. Yeah. But I argued that this is already good enough. Big momentum breakout, right? And it pulls back into the rising 1020, kinda holds them. And we just had a bullish day. Looks like this could continue. So, kinda reasonable. What am I saying here? EU looks kinda decent and expecting a no trade day. And a no trade day it is. So, all good. Alright, Tuesday. Alarms, some. Knew I was gonna be away for alarms anyway, so didn't even set them up. I see. So what am I saying here? Gonna miss most of the session as we have an anniversary with my wife. Yep. And still no excuse to wake up late and miss a beautiful trade. So did I miss a trade? I don't know. We'll see. Oh yeah, I did actually. And that trade was on AUD USD, I believe. Nope, JPN 225. Alright. So, what else was I watching here? I added USD CHF. I was following that a couple of weeks ago. I was following this move down. Yeah, this move down, but then it started going sideways. No. Sorry. What am I talking about? I was following this move down, and then it started going, then it started pulling back, and now, as we have momentum away from the EMAs again, I think it's definitely a good time to follow that, so that makes sense. And I also added AUD USD, so very, very strong move here on the weekly, and on the daily, this is all kind of congested, but out of nowhere, it breaks out super hard, pulls back into the rising 1020, bounces, and is now on its way up. This could through a momentum cycle go to 74 or something easily. So Yeah, I do like that. It's definitely a good one to watch. That's pretty much it, right? I mean, ETH is the same as BTC, so yeah. And looks like I have one trade here on JPN225, so let's check it out on the Miro. Is that the one? Yep, that's the one. So we already know from the context why JPN is something that I would follow, so now I'm only going to look at my EVC or EVVC, whatever. And yeah, the 60 minute is going to be my context. So on the 60 minute, big move, pulls back, creates a stage 1, and continues from there, right, with very good momentum. This looks very strong, one-sided. Momentum cycle is intact. This looks amazing. So when I take a look at the 6 minute, right, we have a big impulse over here. Oh, I can actually draw. I totally forgot. We have a big impulse over here, and that starts pulling back. As it does that, I can draw my diagonal to capture the rate of selling, to see when it starts going sideways, and most importantly, no longer keeps selling off and creating lower highs, right? But eventually, we have this. Market can't push lower quite. This looks like a spring, honestly. And from there, it explodes higher above the horizontal level and pulling back into a beautiful MB over here. And that's an MB I want to trade for sure. So here I would go to the lower time frame. This is a 6 minute entry, by the way. So here I would most importantly like to see that on a lower time frame where I can see the waves of this push, it reaccumulates, right? And yeah, it does that over here. So this is definitely valid to buy stop. And yeah, this would be, well, let's see what I see here. I woke up late and totally missed this one. Yep, it happened like 9:35 or something, right? Yeah, I woke up at 10. And this is how I would manage. So I would get in, and on this strong candle away, doesn't even have to be a candle close, it's just far away enough where I'm like, okay, let's reduce risk here. It would be risk-free, actually. And that continues higher, 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 but doesn't have the juice in it and comes back for a break even. I think this was an absolutely perfect trade. Beautiful. Gonna call that perfect, 100%. If every trade that I take looked like this, yeah, I would be a rich man. So hopefully that's gonna happen one day. Anyway, well, actually, decision. It was a mistake that mistake. Yeah, it was a mistake that I didn't take it, man. Like, I was supposed to be trading at this time. I was just lazy as fuck, I guess. I mean, I knew that I'm gonna spend like most of the day out, like away from the keyboard. But still, this, I could have totally captured this. Alright, so mistake didn't take. What do I say here? Well, I'm just gonna say perfect. Boom. Okay. Anything else I say here? Missed 1 BE on JPN225, otherwise uneventful day. God bless the candle close rule. Kept me out of a lot of fake outs today. Oh yeah, on EU, right? Yeah, on EU. Like, I think it happened twice. It happened here, and I think it also happened, because it happened on EU, it also happened on some other stuff, I think on some AUD USD as well, maybe even on USD CHF. Like, the candle close is a beautiful rule. It saves me from so many fake outs. So that's definitely nice. Alright, so that was Tuesday. Let's go to Wednesday. Quite a few news. I have my alarm set. It's all good. Context-wise, I don't think I added or taken away anything. It's the same. So most stuff looks kind of bad and not ready. AUD USD surprisingly looks good. And I do have a trade on AUD USD, so let's check it out. Well, let's actually go to the context and check AUD USD just to see the higher time frames. So I mentioned it on this day, right? That was Monday, I think, and since then it indeed continues higher. And as I said, I think this could go to like 74 or something. Like, we're in a momentum cycle on a daily. Like, it doesn't get better than that to trade the lower time frame. So here's the lower time frame, 60 minute, right? You can see from the EMAs clearly a very, very strong bullish market. And here it starts pulling back, so I draw my diagonal horizontal, then it breaks out. The horizontal should be longer here, to be honest, but whatever. Breaks out. I take a look on it on the lower time frame, so here is the big impulsive push. Starts pulling back, and I can draw my diagonal, and I can also draw my horizontal. Here it looks like this looks like a really nice spring or whatnot, and price explodes from there. And here it pulls back, even reaccumulates a little bit and continues higher with really strong momentum and pulls back into the rising 1020. Perfect place to trade, definitely. Like even if this was somehow MMB1, this would be MMB2 and this is MMB3, it would still be valid. But there's an argument to be made that this was a reset over here. So this would be MMB1 of the new push. Either way, this is completely valid, So here we are on the 1 minute. I wait for price to pull back, maybe better to see on the 10 second. I can very nicely see the waves down here. So the diagonal captures all of that. Then I let it build a bottom and go sideways a little bit. And when it breaks out on strong momentum, well, that's when I can look for an entry. And here it does so. And I need to see a reaccumulation, right, on the lowest time frame on the E micro, which happens over here. And that makes this a valid buy stop. So maybe there is one thing here that I don't quite like. And that's that it went quite a bit lower here. Like if this instead ended up being an MMB, I think that would be better. But overall, I really like this trade. I think this trade was good. And yeah, that taps me in and instantly fucks me up. I think I said this many times in the past. I think these are the best types of losses because this was literally a decision point. And I've taken a risk on a decision point. If this initially, because we can never know what the market is going to do, but if it was to go up, this would have been the perfect entry, in my opinion. Because here, like it has done everything it needs to do to just fucking explode and go higher, right? And that's what I took my risk on. And I think that was a very good decision. I would say that was a perfect trade. Yeah, I really like the trade. So we're gonna call that perfect. Yes, it's a -1, but who cares? That's not what I evaluate myself on. So I don't know why, but something seems a bit off about this trade. It's a 6-minute MMB2, so that's good, but the 1-minute sell-off is a bit steep. I don't know. The 1-minute sell-off, yeah, like this. Yeah, it's a little bit steep, but the waves are very clearly visible here, and this has done everything it needs to do, like in terms of slowing down the selling pressure, the momentum down, going sideways, doing some weak to strong, and starting its move higher and just reaccumulate it, right? If it goes higher, yeah, that's the perfect place to take a risk. So yeah, I think it was fine. And I like that little of course over here because you can already sense the tilt. I don't know why, man. Like, I should really stop tilting about this. Feel some resentment every time I take a -1. I really need to become a better loser. Yeah. That's something I've been working on. But you know, we do what we can. I'm getting better, I think. So yeah, that's just a -1 on Wednesday. Thursday, woke up, looks like, okay, set alarms, expecting a no trade A, calling it a day at 17:00. Alright, so no trades. And Friday, skipping the session, a family birthday. Yeah, I see. I wasn't trading at all. I think I just checked the markets in the morning and it all looked trash anyway. And even when I came back from the event, I checked the markets and they still looked kind of bad, I think. So yeah, that's it. That's it for today. For this week. So I have 2 trades. Just 2 trades that were valid for my system. And honestly, I think that's beautiful. Like, this is so nice. I've been trying to tell myself how much I enjoy it when I can praise myself in these batch analyses that I do. Because following those rules is the only thing that will lead me to success, right? So if I can week after week say, yes, I followed rules and I reduce the amount of trades that I take, which has been my problem, I think this is really, really good. My expectations should be set that this is how my style of trading should look like. It should be, on average, maybe 3 trades a week, I would say. And that's from very often sitting on the computer for quite a long time and following a lot of markets. But we only take the most pristine setups so that, like, if I look at this on my Miro, I can look at the trades and call them perfect and be like, yes, this is it. This is it. I finally filtered out to the most beautiful setups that I could find. And I didn't try to reason with myself to take some B tier setups, some trash, just because I felt some FOMO and I wanted to be part of the move. And trust me, it happens many times that I want to be part of a move, especially like this week. I think it was on EU, but I have this 1 hour candle close rule that I have to follow. And if I didn't, I would have entered at least like twice and taken, I think, 2 BEs or maybe even 1 loss. I don't know, but like completely unnecessarily. Very often I would accumulate a lot of losses like this. And these new rules just keep me away from it. And I have finally found ways how to actually follow it with the simple rules of the horizontal and diagonal. Really gives me a lot of clarity. And yeah, I'm filtering out even more and I'm feeling good about it. So this is a huge success, I would say. Yeah, it sucks a little bit that I didn't take a valid trade in this one, right? Because I woke up late. But shit happens. At least all of the trades that I'm taking are actually meeting rules, right? So yeah, that's nice. Let's do this. Boom. Okay, what went well? Followed rules. Yep. Diagonal and horizontal rules. Yep, I'm gonna keep that in there. And patient. I'm gonna keep that all in there because that's exactly it. Those are the 3 things that are going to lead me to success by now, I believe. So really, really nice rules. I love my rules at this point. And what went bad? So what went bad? I have to do it like this. Boom. Okay. What went bad? Slept in for no reason and missed a valid trade. But that's all. That's literally all. Otherwise, it was good. Many times I was watching the market, watching it go without me, and I was completely chilling because I knew that my rules were not met, and it's fine. So yeah, results, let's see. Results minus 1.2. Minus 1.2. And had I traded perfectly, it would be minus 0.4, I think, right? Wait a second. I think I did not. Oh yeah, decision. Decision was good. Okay. But had I traded perfectly, it would be minus 1.4 because I would have another BE, so another 0.2 for commissions. Alright, let me prepare the next week. Like this. Boop. Week 8 already. Sheesh. Boom. Week 8. Alright. And let me put these in here. That's another thing I need to do. Okay, trades taken. AUD, USD. When was it? Feb 11 at 12:30. That's a minus 1.2. So that brings my DD up to minus 19. But honestly, that's completely fine. Yeah, that's completely fine. So I've been consolidating a little bit, but lots of mistakes were made, honestly. Like every time I took these every time I took these like several losses in a row here, most of it was mistake streaks, honestly. Like my mistake rate has been fairly high, but ever since I had these new horizontal diagonal rules, it has been much more simple and easy for me to follow these rules and not actually take trades that are not meeting all of my rules the way I would want to. So if I manage to reduce the mistake rate, my EV should go up quite a bit higher and I should not see like so many dips down. It should move very similarly as this leg right here. So we'll see how that goes. But overall, I'm very positive and very optimistic because lately I've been feeling great as a trader. And I honestly think that I will be able to consistently replicate it in the following weeks as well. I'm still not going live. I'm still gonna stick to this goal that I gave myself to go out of the DD, because once I can do it consistently while being completely honest with myself, I will feel ready to trade with real money. But until that happens, we're struggling. Alright, this probably ended up being a bit longer than I thought. Wow, 20 minutes. Alright, peace.